In this video I will show you everything you need to know about Wealthsimple Trade in 2020. And the reason I'm filming it is because Wealthsimple Trade has been just updated recently and some other videos on YouTube do not reflect these changes just yet. I'll show you how interface looks like, I'll show you how to open an account, I'll show you how to buy and sell shares, and I'll show you many other things as well. And let's get straight into it. What's up, investors? My name is Artem Dikarev and today I will teach you how to use Wealthsimple Trade in 2020. Watch this video all the way until the end because I hid Amazon gift card code in it. I split the code in several parts and I put them randomly throughout the video. Parts of the code will appear on the screen for less than a second, so pay attention.
And don't skip.
Alright, so before using Wealthsimple Trade, you will need to download it. Mind blowing. And you need Wealthsimple Trade, not Wealthsimple Invest. There is a huge difference between them and I will make a video in the future talking about the differences. And by the way, why would you even choose Wealthsimple? If you're already watching this video, probably you already know that this is one of the first commission-free Canadian online trading platforms. And this alone makes it such a huge deal for so many people, including myself. Plus, the interface is so easy, self-explanatory and extremely user-friendly. I mean, just look at this. There is no unnecessary information that clutters your screen. And believe me, you don't need these charts, tables, stock screeners if you're just a beginner. Wealthsimple Trade is more than enough if you just started your investing journey. And later, if you want, you can obviously switch to a more sophisticated trading platform, which provides you with better analytical tools and gives you more functionality. No one holds you back from switching.
Definitely not me.
Alright, so after downloading Wealthsimple Trade app, you will need to open your investment account. And this literally takes no more than just a couple of minutes. And this is the best time for me to mention that if you decide to open an account using my referral link, which you can find down in the description, you will get $10 for doing so. Literally free money. Unbelievable. So while opening an account, at first you will be asked typical questions, such as obviously your first name, last name, email address, residential address, your employer information, and social insurance number. So get those things ready. And then you will be asked more investing specific questions, such as, for example, your income or if one of your family members works in a publicly traded company. The first question will be asked for tax reasons and the second question will be asked in order to prevent insider trading. Answer those questions honestly and you should not have any problems. And after you are done opening your account, you will have immediate access to the platform and thousands of American and Canadian stocks. And by the way, let me know in the comments in which company you want to invest first. But just before you start investing, it makes sense to go over different account options that Wealthsimple Trade offers you. Open the menu on the left and tap Accounts. And if you're from Canada, you will see Personal, TFSA, RRSP and crypto accounts available. It might look confusing, especially if you're just the beginner, but there is nothing complicated about them. Initially, when you just register with Wealthsimple Trade, personal account is opened for you, which means that every single time you receive dividends or you realize capital gains, aka when you sell a share for a higher price that you bought it for, taxes are triggered. And don't worry, we will talk about taxes part of Wealthsimple Trade later in this video. TFSA, on the other hand, is much more interesting. You don't need to pay taxes at all. Yes, you heard me right. No taxes on investments if you are using TFSA account, which by the way stands for tax-free savings account. But here is the catch. You can only contribute limited amount of money towards TFSA every single year. And in 2020, it is $6,000. In 2019, it was $6,000 as well. But in 2016 through 2018, it was only 5,500 Canadian dollars. And the best part is that these amounts, they add up every single year. If you are born in Canada, as soon as you turn 18, these limits start adding up. And you don't even need to open your TFSA account for this. Imagine you are 20-year-old Canadian. So right now your contribution limit for TFSA account is $12,000, which is $6,000 from this 2020 and $6,000 from the previous 2019. And if you are not born in Canada, these limits start start adding up as soon as you become legal in Canada. Approved strategy. And by the time you want to withdraw your money from TFSA account, there are no taxes at all that you need to pay. So my honest recommendation would be to open your TFSA account as soon as possible and max it out every single year. RRSP, on the other hand, is Registered Retirement Savings Plan, and you can contribute pre-tax money into it, which will lower your taxes as a result. Imagine your annual salary is around $50,000, and if you are not using RRSP, you will need to pay taxes on $50,000. But if you are using RRSP to invest and you contribute $5,000 out of your salary into it, then you will only need to pay taxes on $45,000. And like I said before, these $5,000 that go into RRSP are pre-tax. There are contribution limits as well in this type of account, and as soon as you're ready to withdraw your money from RRSP, then you are taxed. Both TFSA and RRSP are huge topics by themselves, and I will try to make a video about them in the future. And finally, crypto account allows you to trade cryptocurrencies. I already made a video about it, and the link will appear in the top right corner now. Next, in order to buy some shares, you will need to fund your account. Think about it as your debit card. In order to swipe it and spend some money, you need to have money in your bank account. And the same thing with investing. So open the menu on the left, tap funding, then manage bank accounts, and finally add a bank account. And simply follow the instructions on the screen. You'll need your institution number, routing number, and account number. All this you can access from your bank's website, your phone app, or void check. After you've connected your bank, simply go back to funding and tap on add funds. Select an account where you want to deposit some money, preferably TFSA. Choose how much you want to deposit, and that's it. Typically, it takes around 3 days for the money to arrive. And as soon as they do, you will be ready to buy some stonks. And before we proceed, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel if you find my content interesting. It really helps me as a beginner creator. And if you also turn on notifications, it will increase your chances of finding that gift card first, before anyone else.
Спасибо.
Alright, let's buy some stocks now. Tap on the magnifying glass in the top right corner, and this is the place where you can search for stocks. You can either type full company's name or just its ticker symbol if you know it. For example,
Tesla.
And as soon as you are ready to buy, just tap this huge buy button at the bottom of the screen. Then you'll need to select for which account you want to purchase these shares, select the number of shares you want to buy, and that's it.
Easy.
Congratulations, you just became an investor. And really quick, this is how you sell shares. Obviously, before selling shares, you need to have them. Go to your portfolio, which by the way located on your home screen right under this graph. Select the company which shares you want to sell, tap sell at the bottom, select from which account you want to sell these shares, select the number of shares you want to sell, and once again, that's it. And one more thing to mention, whenever you're buying or selling shares, you can see this market buy or market sell at the top. These are order types, and that's basically the way you buy or get rid of your shares. And I will try to make a video about order types in the future as well. But for now, feel free to just use market buy and market sell. Long story short, it means that you will buy or you will sell shares as soon as possible. And by the way, stock exchanges, they have their own market hours, which are from 9:30 a.m. all the way until 4 p.m. for New York Stock Exchange, Nasdaq, and Toronto Stock Exchange. And if you place an order within these hours, your order will be executed within seconds. But if you place an order outside these hours, you will need to wait until markets are open again so that your order will be executed. And don't worry, you don't need to do it manually. Just place an order and forget about it. And now, my favorite, dividends. And if you don't know what dividends are, I will have a video about them in the future as well. Man, I got so many videos to make. So excited. Some companies, they have so much money, they're like,
Thank you for investing in us. Here's some money for you.
wow. And let me know in the comments if you already received dividends and from which companies. And every time you receive dividends, they will be reflected in the activity tab. Wealthsimple also sends you an email every single time you receive a dividend, and they are automatically deposited into your investment account. And then you can either withdraw them or you can reinvest them. And let me tell you what, reinvest them. Trust me, you will be surprised how powerful dividend reinvesting is. And speaking about withdrawing money, this is how you do it. Go to funding tab and tap of withdraw funds. Select from which account you want to do it, select the amount, and confirm the money will arrive into your bank account that is connected with Wealthsimple. And it also takes a couple of days for this money to settle. settle. And by the way, in order to withdraw your whole account, you will need to sell your stocks first. Even though it says, for example, your account value is $10,000, you cannot withdraw these $10,000 until you sell shares. Consider stocks as these apples. And right now they are in my portfolio, which is this bowl. And the value of this bowl, let's say so, is $69. And if I want to receive this money, I will need to sell these shares one by one. And only then I can cash out. And finally, the least interesting but one of the most important parts about investing: taxes. And unless you are investing through TFSA, you will need to report and pay your taxes. But don't worry, Wealthsimple takes care of this as well. As always, open the menu on the left, tap accounts and select an account that you need tax documents for. And closer to the tax season, Wealthsimple will prepare everything you need to file your taxes. Simply download all the tax documents and bring them to your tax professional. Or you can even file them yourself. And once again, if you are investing through TFSA, there are no taxes involved. And that's everything you need to know about Wealthsimple Trade in 2020. Let me know in the comments if there are any questions left and I will respond to you personally. And yes, if you are working in Wealthsimple and you're watching this, please make switching between accounts easier. I'm using one app for my own portfolio and portfolio of my wife, and every single time I want to switch between them, I need to type email address and password all over again. Come on, it's 2020 already. So, have you found all the parts of gift card code already? No? One more is missing? Alright, then keep watching because I have one last thing to say. I'll make it short. If you want to learn how to invest, please consider checking my Patreon. It's really useful. The link is in the description. Alright, thank you all so much for watching and let's make a million or two
together.